so happy that you are here in New York with us for the Socially Relevant Film Festival, because this film is very, very particular for us. Not only because it's a crime that the world has not yet recognized and that such crimes should never happen again, but also for me personally as an Armenian who particularly cares for this issue and the granddaughter of a survivor of the Armenian Genocide, it means a lot to me. So the question I have for you is, what made you decide to pick this subject and how did you come upon it?
Nora, it's an honor to be here at the Social Film Festival, and I have to thank you for making a festival such as this one, where local movies can have access to the international arena. So I thank you for that. The reason why we got interested in the Armenian Genocide was really, first of all, because it's unacceptable and it needs recognition, and also it was a form of introspection. A form of introspection, as you know, in the Arab world since 2011, we have been undergoing a lot of changes. And you need to open up the closets and look into the closets. And in the closet, we found the skeletons of the Armenian Genocide, which explains a lot of what's happening today. And it's the use of religion to achieve political gains. And when you do that, you ultimately commit injustices and crimes against humanity. It's only when a country is based on mutual respect and upholding the law and everybody equal under the law that you can have a community that thrives.
Absolutely.
And the Armenian Genocide, having gone for 100 years with impunity, has given the opportunity for other genocides to occur. Had the perpetrators of the genocide been convicted, not in absentia, but having had their due, really, had the powers of the time who said these are crimes against humanity held on to their threat that they would hold them accountable, we would have not, for instance, seen the Jewish Holocaust.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
We might not have seen today what's happening in the Middle East.
Totally.
We might not have seen what's happening against the people of Palestine on their land. So really, a crime such as these festering for 100 years, it only
Brought
escalates.
out to the light. You're absolutely right. And also what you just said about the use of religion, and I would like to add something to that and say the abuse of religion. Because it's basically in the name of Islam, things are happening. And we know very well that Islam is supposed to be the religion of peace, the salam.
All
Islam.
religions are religions
All
of
the
peace.
religions are about comprehension, compassion, humanity,
Absolutely.
and all that.
Absolutely.
And some people, a minority actually, not the whole religion, a minority of that religion take it and turn it around and make it serve their own purposes.
Absolutely, and that's precisely what we, as the human family, which should be standing against. I mean,
Totally.
the abuse of religion to achieve political gains.
And it happens with all religions. I mean, examples are also vivid with
It's
the
extreme
Christian
right
religion, with
thinking.
every religion.
It's
Exactly.
extreme right thinking.
And
that's fundamental.
it's the local, it's the poor population, the masses that pay the price.
Of course, the
That pay
defenseless.
the price. But
Defenseless.
what I like about what you did is it was a very courageous step, because it's the first time that an Arab country, or a Muslim country, is taking up the cause of the Armenian Genocide and bringing up to the forefront and talking about it. It's true that it's a personal film also, that you and Muhammad decided to make it, but also because it comes as an Egyptian film,
Yes.
it's very important.
But you see, Nora, for us it was so natural to make this movie. And really what I've learned about my Egypt through the story of the Armenian Genocide is extraordinary. And it's not just about Egypt, and it's not just about the Armenians. It's just something that we all human beings should hold very dear, and that's our humanity. And something that we should all stand against, and that's radical thinking and injustice in all its forms, really. And I must say, with all the upheavals of the Middle East, I am sure there will be a lot of things that are going to come up in the next few years that are going to be very damaging to human conscience. And I think we really should stand for principle. It is not because some of the populations are Christian that they should be forced to leave their homeland. Homeland is a very dear meaning. Homeland, you don't appreciate its meaning unless it's taken away from you.
Exactly.
And let me tell you, Nora, to end this up, I felt in my own homeland that I was not living in my homeland when the people who were governing me held ideals which confused religion and politics to achieve their ends. I felt I was not in my homeland.
Yeah, that's really the worst thing that can happen, because you identify with your homeland, with your birthplace, which I have shared with you, by the way, and if you are made to feel that you don't belong there because things are happening that you are not necessarily in agreement with, or they are happening against your wishes and against your principles, you do feel like an outsider. And then where
that
do you
is
go
unacceptable.
from there?
That is unacceptable. Homeland is homeland for us all. And it's as dear to my Armenian Egyptians or to everyone.
Yes.
And you know what? I'll tell you this one that Muhammad always says. He says, I always looked at Armenians that they are Egyptians, just they go to the Armenian church. I never thought they had another history or
That's
another
very
baggage.
true, especially when you are born in the country.
Absolutely.
For me, it's like we drank the same water, we breathed the same air, so why should it be different from one group to another?
To me, you are just as Egyptian as anyone
And then
else.
what's happening in Syria today, just as it was depicted a little while ago, about the fact that exactly the same things happened 100
It's
years ago.
replicated to
It's
the T.
unbelievable what is going on. And the world
They're
again
absorbing.
stands and watches and nothing can be done, and it's really horrible. But doing a film like this puts the focus on it and brings it again to the forefront and makes people understand that this is not a fairy tale, this is not just a hearsay, it is not a alleged genocide, but that is true, it's there, it's documented, and that finally the world has to accept so that it doesn't get repeated.
And that's why we thank you again and again and again for having this festival to make our voices heard.
Thank you, but I'm just a minor player, because if the film didn't get made, then what would I show? Nothing. So this festival...
Well, at least we have a platform. To
yes,
come
we
to.
are just a platform, and the festival is what it is thanks to the filmmakers and thanks to the films.
Thank you.
And I really thank you for being here, because it's not next door, let's face it, all the way from Egypt.
It was an
coming and-
opportunity to come to the vibrant heart of the world, New York, and it was such a pleasure being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It has changed my perspectives on a lot of things.
Thank you. That's about how
Interaction
learning about
and
the
human
other.
interaction.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
wonderful. Thank you.